Previously on Brickitect.
Wow, nice, honey.
Honey?
Yeah, nice train.
All right, Clarky, moment of truth here. You know when Clarky gets down to the track, he's into it.
I want to go so fast.
All right, all you have to do is press that plus button up there. Oh, God. Slow it down, Clark, man, no! Welcome, friends, back to the brickitect studio, which now, as you can see, has a fully completed Disney train station. This video is a response to some comments that I've gotten where people are asking what happened to part 3 of Greg and Clark versus the Disney train, and I'm sad to report that this is the video. The truth is, I actually finished this build about a week ago, and it's been sitting on our dining room table since then, which I have to give a huge thank you to Mrs. Brickitect for putting up with that. I don't think most wives would be okay with a huge Lego set sitting there for that long, but she didn't say anything about it, and today I thought I should probably finally bring it down here and talk to you about this set. And I think the best place that we can start is to answer the question, Greg, why did it take you so long to finish this? And most of you would probably say it's because I'm a slow builder, which I am. I'll accept that. But the real answer for this is that I just wasn't that excited about finishing this. If you go back to those first 2 videos in this series where me and Clark are building the train and then we build the track and we get it running, for me, that was the highlight of this set. And I was so excited about that. And then once that passed and I looked at the box and I saw that I still had like 10 bags left to build and it was all going to be a structure like this, I just wasn't that excited about it. And it's not because this is a bad build. It's actually a pretty decent build. There's some interesting elements to this, especially above the windows right there, as you can see. And I love the brickwork and stuff in it. It just wasn't lighting me on fire the way that it did when I saw Clark running that train for the first time. About a week after we finished that video, I built this. And then about a week later, which takes us to now, that's where we're at. I do want to show you a little bit of it. So I'm going to take you in a little bit closer. And then I want to talk to you about my true feelings on the Disney train and station as a whole. So let's go in here and look at the thing that you really want to see, Goofy. Yeah, we got a Goofy minifigure in there. I saw there were some people selling him on Bricklink for $30, which I think is a little crazy, but if that's the going rate, so be it. I don't plan to sell mine. I plan to keep him as the part of the set. I do love Minnie in here too. You got Chip and Dale, and you got Conductor Mickey as well. I don't think this is going to be a full review because it's just not my thing, but I do want to show this to you. What I mentioned here in the front here, I really love the top of these windows. The way they assembled that I thought was really interesting and not something that I would have thought of. Of course, I'm not a Lego designer. I wish I was, though. But let's spin it around here. But before I do that, I want to talk about the top. These handcuff pieces that are on here. What these things are black handcuff pieces. And that was kind of a nightmare to build. I think there's 32 of those on there, if I remember correctly. Maybe more, maybe less. I like the way it looks, but I think I can't unsee the fact that there's handcuffs there. I think it looks good from afar. That looks really nice, and I'm sure that's the way it's supposed to be. But all I see are handcuffs, and that kind of bothers me a little bit. But that's kind of nitpicky. Also, there's a lot of stickers on this too, which is something you might want to consider if you're not a sticker detector like myself. And on the back here, this is where things get really interesting. I love the curtains that they have in here. I actually like this long rug that they have, even though I probably didn't do the best job of lining everything up. Again, stickers aren't really my thing. I like this up here. You got the Disney castle up in there, if I could move it around properly. And the funny thing is, the one thing that wasn't a sticker was this piece right here. That's actually a print that shows a box of the Disney castle. It's supposed to be like a Lego box. There's furnishings in here too. You've got furniture over here. Down here, you've got a bench. There's a scale over here, which this has been played with Clarkman a little bit. So I can't guarantee that everything is right. I can probably guarantee that everything is wrong. This looks nice down here. You have to admit, Clark liked these little trains that are off to the side. I know the lighting's not fantastic, but I think you can see that. And I'm sure most of you that are watching this, if you're interested in this set, you've probably seen a professional review on this. But nonetheless, this does have a nice interior, and once it was finished, I was happy with it. It was just getting the motivation to build it. That kind of takes me to my final thoughts that I want to share with you guys on this, and it's that I kind of wish, and this may be a very unpopular opinion, I kind of wish that this would have just been the Disney train. I wish it would have been maybe $180 or something like that, or just throw the Disney tax on there, make it a $200 train, and I could have saved the other $130 that I've kind of justified for this part of it. I know that's not bad when you consider what modulars cost, but for me, this just, I don't know, I'm not as excited about this modular as I would be about the Parisian Restaurant, which is high on my list, or Assembly Square or something like that I have in the backlog right now. To me, this isn't nearly as cool as that. I would imagine if you're a hardcore Disney fan, I could justify the extra expense on this, but I keep thinking to myself, what could I have done with the $330 that I spent on this set? Was it a bad investment, especially coming off of the fact that we had just finished the cargo train just a couple weeks before, but that was kind of my doing. And Clark was obviously happy with that. And now he has this train, but I spent $330 and I don't know if I can really justify it. So a part of me, I'll bring this in so you can see the top of it a little better. A part of me kind of has a regret for buying this, or some regret in buying this. I feel like I could have done better with my money. It's kind of tough to even talk about that because I usually don't regret buying Lego sets. Usually I buy stuff that I'm really passionate about and I'm like, yes, but this is one of those things that I saw, I determined I was going to get it, and I bought it the day it came out, which was probably a mistake within itself because I didn't get any promos or anything like that. And then I get it, I really love the train, and then I'm stuck with the station that it's kind of there. I don't know if that was a good choice. So if you are thinking about getting this set, I would say go ahead and do it. If you're a huge Disney fan, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and buy this. You're going to love it. If you're not a huge Disney fan, maybe a better thing to do is go buy yourself a regular train for, I don't know, what are they, $160 or something like that? The passenger train and then the cargo train that's out right now. And then take that extra money and go buy a modular that you really love. Like for me, the Parisian Restaurant is one that I really want. I have the Brick Bank and the Backlog, which I think is pretty cool. I also have Assembly Square, like I mentioned. I feel like all of those are better than this. I don't know if the money would work out exactly, but I think you could probably do a little bit better with doing it that way. The unfortunate thing is you're kind of giving up the whole Disney thing, and maybe for you that's just not worth it. But for me, that's where I'm at on this, and I think it's good to be honest about these type of things. I don't want to come on here and be like, oh guys, this is the best set ever, I'm so happy with it, and it's better to be real. So maybe someone that's watching this was kind of on the fence. If you hear these points that I'm bringing up here and my experience and how I felt with it, maybe it'll change your mind on it, and maybe you won't buy it, or maybe you'll do something else. Maybe you'll buy it regardless because you love getting this goofy minifinger. That's possible too. I did say minifinger if you're new to the channel, but yeah, I guess that's my review. Not really a review, more of my thoughts on the Disney train and station, even though there was no train in this video. Watch the other two videos. Those are a lot of fun. This one I know was boring, but I wanted to get it out there so I can finally take this off the table. I don't get punched out by Mrs. Brickitect, and we can move on with some of the next things that we're working on, which I have another set that I built that I want to share with you as well. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, next video.